Edward Kirui, a police constable, was charged and later acquitted for the murder of 2 protesters during the post-election violence, will now face judges again. The Court of Appeal has ordered the fresh charges be preferred against Kirui for the murder of Ismael Chacha. The Court of Appeal also ruled that the trial judge, Justice F.A Ochieng, made a mistake in his ruling and wants Kirui charged afresh before any judge other than the judge who acquitted him. KTN's Wita Tinina reports.
The shooting of 2 protesters in Kondele Market on the 16th of January 2008 was among the most shocking images of the 2007-2008 post-election violence. Police Constable Edward Kirui was later charged with 2 counts of murder over the deaths of protesters George William Onyango and Ismael Chacha. The case was initially heard by Justice Omutungi before he retired and handed over the matter to Justice F.A Ochieng. Despite video evidence that placed Kirui at the scene of the shooting, Justice Ochieng acquitted him.
And he was acquitted on account of lack of sufficient evidence. Specifically, there was a question around the serial number of the murder weapon. So one then has to ask, does the prosecution now have new evidence?
The Director of Public Prosecutions appealed against the acquittal order. The appeal was heard on the 29th of April last year. 18 months later, 3 Court of Appeal judges made their ruling. In their 25-page judgment, Justice Mwera, Mwilu and Gatembu Cairo say the trial judge left several issues unresolved in the case of the murder of Ismael Chacha.
Once you have been accused of a crime, charged for it, taken to court, taken through due process, and you have either been acquitted or convicted, the prosecution cannot bring the same charges for the same offense at the same time in future. So then the issue that we're looking at here is, do we have a possible case of double jeopardy?
The judges posed several questions. Was Ismael Chacha shot by the accused person with the same bullet as that killed George William Onyango in count 1, or a different one? Or was he shot by another person? The judges say there was a mistrial, and it would be an absolute travesty of justice and fair trial were such a monumental error of law be left uncorrected. Kirui was arraigned in court Monday morning, where fresh charges relating to the shooting incident were read out to him. He has been remanded in custody until November the 3rd, when the case will be mentioned after police sought more time to finalize their investigations. But does the latest move give any hope to thousands of victims of the post-election violence seeking justice?
It needs to be, accompanied by good faith. It needs to be accompanied by professionalism. It needs to be accompanied by the real need and desire to actually prosecute those cases to their logical conclusion.
The Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions is on record saying the office does not have evidence in over 4,000 post-election violence case files. And how the courts handle the Kirui case this time may be a pointer to the government's commitment to deliver justice. Wita Tinina, KTN.